So what do you do when your twin flame is with someone else? Whether they're married, in a relationship, in a partnership, in love with someone else? Do you cry in a corner? Do you just hope that one day they realize your twin flames and you come together? Do you even get involved between them and mess things up between them? Well, it's none of those things. But I do have 3 practical tips that can help you identify what it is your twin flame is reflecting to you by being with this other person, this other relationship, and what you can do about it. How can you heal it? How can you move forward? What are some steps you can take to manifest your permanent harmonious twin flame union? Welcome to today's video, Twin Flames. My name is Christine, and today we'll be sharing 3 pointers to help you with this other person situation. And this comes from my experience as a certified ascension coach. I help twin flames come into union. And also from my experience being a twin flame who is in physical union. I went through a lot of those things myself on this journey. And it could be that they're reflecting any of these 3 points, or maybe all 3 to you. Each journey is very unique and individual. But either way, there will be something that is very healing and very helpful for you in this video. As always, if you would like more personalized guidance and help on your twin flame journey, you can absolutely reach out to me. I have my free consultation form linked in the description and the pinned comment so we can get in touch and come up with a plan for your unique individual twin flame journey. How can you go from where you are right now into your permanent harmonious twin flame union? Because this is for you too. And there is absolutely a way you can have it. And I know this because I was where you are right now. I was in separation with my twin flame. I even went from, I didn't know who my twin flame was. I had a false twin flame experience, all those things. So I went through pretty common stuff on the twin flame journey, and I know how to help you. So if that's something you would like, then definitely reach out to me and I'll be looking forward to chatting with you. One thing that is important to remember is that your twin flame is your ultimate mirror. What that means is that any feelings, any beliefs, anything in your consciousness that you have, your twin flame is going to mirror that. And sometimes this can be confusing, like, okay, they're married and I'm not, or they're with this other person, I'm single, what's going on here? And that is a very good question, that's very logical. And today we're going deeper into what is being mirrored, deeper into the reason, the root of it, spiritually. So you can go within and heal that very easily. If you would like a recommendation for a healing tool, you can use the mirror exercise, which I will have linked below, so you can check it out and try it out for yourself. So pointer number 1 is your twin flame is with someone else because they're looking for something outside of themselves. Whether that's love, validation, attention, all those things. So because you and your twin flame are one, that means that, of course, they're not going to look to you for that validation and love. They're going to look to another person. So it's important for you to examine any behaviors, any beliefs you have about desiring love or attention, or maybe you want someone else to make you happy, or maybe you want someone else to save you from your issues or problems. And that's what your twin flame is reflecting to you. And that's what's coming up to be healed in your union. And if you notice you're doing that, then don't worry about it. It's something that can definitely be healed and changed. So any of the items in this list are, so don't worry about that. But yeah, it's important to be very honest with yourself. Is there anywhere where you're looking for validation from other people instead of going within first? Is there anywhere maybe you're not approving of yourself, so you're looking to the outside to approve of your next steps, of what you feel? Because this journey is a journey of empowerment. You need to empower yourself, have confidence, and not rely so much on what others think of you. It's important to follow your heart and to trust that your guidance is divinely guided. So this pattern of looking for something outside of you, it's not going to help you very much because it prevents you from focusing on your heart, on receiving this guidance, because you're always looking to someone for validation. And a great example of how people do this on their twin flame journey are obsessively watching card readings. And especially like on YouTube, saying like, okay, what is the divine masculine thinking? What is he feeling? What is he doing? Right? Because you need to trust your own heart here and to focus on your journey. And of course, you can watch card readings from time to time. That's not something bad at all. If it helps you connect with your feelings, that's awesome. But make sure not to overdo it and not to look for validation in the card readings, not to look for getting high even on the good feeling, oh, the divine masculine is coming home tomorrow in the readings, right? That's not what you want, because that's not what's going to bring you your union ultimately. It's not someone saying to all those people on YouTube that the divine masculine is coming home tomorrow. It's sincerely looking within yourself and healing every single thing that prevents you from being with your own true love That is the most effective and the most sustainable way to do it. So anywhere you feel you might be looking for something outside of yourself, then make sure you pause, wait a second, just ask yourself, what is it that I need here? Okay, maybe I need love. Okay, take a moment to fill yourself up with that love until you're overflowing. And you can amplify that love in your heart, make it 10 times, 100 times, 1,000 times stronger, and just feel that feeling of being abundant in this love. Because love is not limited, so you can receive as much as you desire, whenever you desire. Your source is within you, it's your creator, it's within you. So you don't need to worry about running out. Your source is not in other people. So that is something very important you need to understand, and really make sure that you understand it on a deep level. Because a lot of those behaviors are very much unconscious. And especially they might have to do with our parents growing up. Maybe they weren't giving us enough attention, and now as we grow up, we're looking for this attention in others, especially of the polarity of the parent that was rejecting us. So, for example, divine feminines looking to divine masculines for this validation. And again, if you catch yourself having those attention-seeking patterns, then it's okay to not judge yourself for them. Just observe them as you would observe anything else, and just be present with it. And as you do that, you will notice that it's so easy to reprogram these thoughts, and it will become so natural, like breathing. Speaking of presence, this takes us to point number 2 about your twin flame being with someone else. What can you do? We spoke about the mirror exercise a bit briefly, so if we put it in very simple terms, step number 1 would be that I'm upset at my twin flame because they are not with me, right? So when you flip the pronouns and nouns, that would be, I'm upset at myself because I'm not present with myself. I'm not with myself, right? So that means there's a lack of presence. So this could mean any number of things from, for example, numbing out, not being willing to feel your feelings, maybe resorting to anger instead of actually feeling any sadness or disappointment or anything that is there. Maybe it could be smoking, maybe it could be drugs or anything like that. Maybe food. Like, there's a lot of ways people can numb out and avoid their feelings, and it will be unique for each person. So if you're not being present with yourself and your feelings, of course your twin flame is going to reflect that. They're not going to be present with themselves and their feelings, and they're going to be like, whoop, here's another person. Gonna go to them and just forget how I'm feeling, like my life is horrible over here, but it's okay because that person gives me this high feeling, right? So it's important to practice presence in your everyday life, and to notice those feelings, whether they're good or bad, how you move about your day. Do I feel good overall? Or do I feel weird? Do I feel bad somewhere? And it's okay if the main feeling is bad. It's where you're at right now on your twin flame journey, and there's nothing wrong with that. And being present with what you feel means you can build up from here. It means, okay, I know that I have a lot of lack of love here, so I can fill myself up, the exercise we mentioned in the previous point, right? And you just keep filling yourself up with what you need. And eventually this forms a foundation, and you can keep building and building on this good feeling. So it's very important to be present with yourself and to just allow yourself to feel all your feelings. And maybe, some days you just stay in your room and just cry for no reason, just release. That's fine. That's totally perfect. You don't have to feel ashamed of having feelings, because those feelings are what keeps you moving forward. These are the pointers. These are the breadcrumbs you follow all the way to your union. Okay, this feels bad. Okay, what do I do about it? And you just transform those bad feelings into something good. And where there is a lack of something, it means there's a call for something. If you feel a lack of romance, you fill yourself up with this romantic energy. Doesn't mean date someone else, but romance yourself. When was the last time you took yourself out on a date, or dressed up nice, or had the time of your life and just enjoyed yourself, or took yourself somewhere nice? So you can make the conscious choice from now on to be more present with yourself and your feelings, and see where they take you. And pointer number 3, what do you do when your twin flame is with someone else? Well, that could very well be reflecting any worthiness blocks or deservingness blocks. So your twin flame is your ultimate lover. And if you're not with your twin flame, that means you're with someone who is not your ultimate lover. So that means settling for something less than you actually deserve, right? Something less than what was created for you. So if somewhere you feel, for example, that you're not worthy of having this big love in your life, of having your ultimate lover, maybe that it's too good to be true, or that it's You know, you don't deserve it for any reason. Maybe you did some stuff in the past that was questionable and now you feel like this is affecting you. All those things, of course, your twin flame is going to mirror them, as we spoke about. It's important to work on your worthiness if you feel like that is the block and that is what your twin flame is reflecting to you. Why do you feel you're not deserving of this love that was created for you? And to allow yourself to release this belief and actually align with the truth that you are deserving, that you are worthy. And this might extend in other areas of your life too, like any of these pointers could, but especially this. A lot of the times when we have a block to our worthiness, we see this in our relationship with other people because we accept mistreatment from anybody. And in our finances also, because we're not receiving, because we don't feel like, I didn't do a good job, so I'll receive less. It's fine. You know, settling for less, not claiming your worthiness. And what you also do is you don't see your true self. You don't see your divinity by settling for less or feeling unworthy. So, of course, your twin flame cannot identify you because if you don't see yourself clearly, how do you expect them to see you clearly? So that is something that needs to be worked on, absolutely. And again, there's no need to judge yourself for having hold on to those thoughts. It's fine. Just heal what this brings up for you with a mirror exercise and be present with whatever arises. And also take action steps that really support this healing. For example, as I mentioned with the relationships, if you feel like there is a relationship that constantly crosses your boundaries and that person doesn't treat you very well, then of course it's appropriate to speak up for yourself or maybe even let go of that relationship entirely, depending on how you feel about it. Because if you feel like this is an occasional thing, but this person overall loves you, but sometimes they make mistakes, that's okay. But if you feel like there's no love in the relationship, if you feel it drains you, if you don't feel like there's a giving and receiving that is equal between you, then of course you can just let it go without guilt and actually claim friends and other relationships that are aligned with this new worthiness. Of course, you can also affirm to yourself that you're worthy and really feel the truth of it. Because if you don't feel the truth of it, then there's no point to affirming it. You also need to feel that it's true. You need to feel your worthiness. You need to feel the deservingness. And to also understand that you were created worthy of this love because this is a blessing that was just given to you the moment you were created. So there's nothing you need to do or achieve in order to be worthy of your twin flame. Yeah, you need to heal the core separation from your twin flame, but that's not so you can deserve your union. It is so it can manifest in the physical, like with anything else that you have ever manifested. Especially if you use the law of attraction, you're familiar with that. But yeah, if you need to manifest anything, of course, you need to, first of all, have it within you, and then it's going to manifest on the outside. You can never have anything you haven't given to yourself first. And that includes worthiness, that includes presence, that includes all the love that you desire, that we mentioned in the first pointer, not looking for love in the wrong places. So these are 3 things you can do when your twin flame is with someone else. I hope you enjoyed this video, and I hope to see you again in the next one next week. Take care.